170 runs scored in that session, 172. And 2 wickets. England will say they've taken that session thanks to Jamie Smith's vicious counter-attack. Brilliant counter-attacking century. India tried the ploy. India had half chances. That Washington Sundar drop could have been taken. That Shubman sharp chance of Ravindra Jadeja could have been taken. Harry Brook and then Jamie Smith. Jamie Smith of Washington Sundar, Harry Brook of Ravindra Jadeja. Even that Prasidh Krishna short ball ploy, you had the fielders in the deep. Had KL Rahul been standing at forward short, that's where the ball fell. 3 or 4 times he miscued. 3 or 4 times, unfortunately for India, it did not go to hand. On the other hand, Jamie Smith continued to counter-attack when there were 3 fielders, one at deep fine, one at square, one at mid-wicket. He kept hitting and it was a brilliant 100. Absolutely brilliant counter-attacking 100. Harry Brook played second fiddle. He too got into the act. England has scored at over 5.5 runs and over in that session. 249, match set up quite beautifully. India still big time in control. Make no mistake about it. But that counter-attack has made it very interesting. Post-lunch, will India attack? Will India go into the defensive trying to control? Will they bowl negative lines? Will they have to get this partnership broken? England trying to fight back. Gargi set it up.
Oh, it's poised quite beautifully at this point. You know, I would have said some while back that it was a shared session, but then Prasidh Krishna came in once again. Indisciplined bowling from Prasidh Krishna leaked a lot of runs. That over 4-6, 4-4, and then a wide ball. That was very, very expensive. Once again, Prasidh Krishna is the most expensive bowler for India. But Mohammad Siraj started off very well. Akashdeep started off very well. And then came in Jadeja and Washington Sundar. Washington Sundar is getting quite a lot of drift. He's extracting drift from the air and was troubling Harry Brook there for a little bit. That catch, Shubman Gill catch that landed on the top of his head, unfortunately. There was a concussion check, but at the end of the day, Harry Brook still stands and Jamie Smith gets 100. So, you know, you really have to think. You did not expect, or let's say, you went into this session knowing that England batters will go gung-ho. Now, you thought that a Joe Root will stay on one end, and from the other end, you'll see some aggressive batting. But good job there from our seamers at the start of the session, where they got both Joe Root and Ben Stokes. But since then, it's been a lot of hammering, a lot of runs leaked, a lot of boundaries as well. But at the same time, you also had a lot of chances. So it's not as if India is completely on the back foot. You've still got a lot of runs on the scoreboard. England is still trailing by 300 something. 350, that's still a lot of runs. And you're only 2 wickets. You're only 1 wicket away from a Chris Woakes and Bryden Cast. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, you've got to understand this very, very well. The point is, Shubman Gill, people will say Prasidh Krishna leaked runs. India conceded a lot of boundaries and sixes. That was a strategy. India tried it. Prasidh Krishna, there were multiple conversations. Even during the drinks break, there was KL Rahul, there was Rishabh Pant, there was Shubman Gill speaking to Prasidh Krishna. It was a ploy. They tried the short ball ploy against Jamie Smith. They tried it and they had all the fielders moved on. They had a third man, a deepish third man in case there was a big kind of outside off cut, uppercut to third man.
Yeah.
They had a square, they had a mid wicket, and they had a deep fine. Plus, they also had a kind of squarish mid on.
Yes.
For the skier. So it was a clear ploy. Yes, it did not work, but it was a ploy worth taking. You've got to understand these things will happen. Who's playing the dhol there? The security guy playing the dhol, not bad.
What's going on there?
I've not seen. Wow. I've hardly seen a security guy play the dhol. Now that's what is happening there. Unbelievable. But it was a ploy worth taking for India.
Absolutely.
They tried the short ball. Prasidh Krishna was brought into the body, angled into the body, shortish boundaries. Couple went over Washington Sundar for 6. One went over fine leg for 6. But I don't fault India for trying that ploy. I absolutely don't fault Shubman Gill for trying that ploy. You've got to back your bowlers to try and do it. He backed Prasidh Krishna to do it. He's your hit the deck bowler. You've given him that opportunity. You've given him the field. He tried, in fact, 3 occasions. One, the ball went up, popped up, well forward shot.
Yes. Shubman Gill could not get to it. There were
And
two
KL
fielders
Rahul,
there.
yes, exactly.
There were two fielders
So
there.
twice it happened, twice or thrice it happened that it could have gone to hand. Just about 5-6 meters behind was KL Rahul. Shubman Gill was there and squarish shot mid-on. So, these things can happen in sport. England counter-attack. India now will be challenged. They'll have to regroup at lunch break. What do? Should they try and negate the run flow? Should they try and keep attacking? Because post-lunch they will start, I'm pretty sure, with a Mohammad Siraj. They will get a Mohammad Siraj in. They will try and get an Akashdeep spell in. Will India go for it? Will India contain? What will be England's strategy? They've got 170 runs in the pre-lunch session. Will England continue to attack and try and get to 400 by tea? If they get to 400 by tea, will they kind of challenge India, try and get too close to India's score? Does that mean that this game kind of, is getting pushed? 2 whole days remaining. All people who are saying it's a draw. This could be beautifully set up. This is a result game. India still has all the aces, but England will push. This post-lunch session will be a kind of an attrition test, a mind game. Shubman Gill's captaincy under the scanner. Where does he put his fielders? How much does his bowlers back him? And you've got to take half chances. 2 half chances went to begging. One Gill of Jadeja, one Washington Sundar back in off his own bowling. And I'll also point out that Nitish Reddy fielding miss. I don't know if Gargi had come out by then.
I had.
You had come out by then. Nitish Reddy, ball to hand, you missed that for 4.
Oh, really?
Yeah, these kind of things have to be avoided. You've got to back your bowlers because this match is beautifully poised. England will push, India will push back. Interesting stuff.
English live reception is bad. Why don't we move over there? But yes, I think after the lunch break, I think they will start with a burst from Mohammad Siraj and Akashdeep and then bring back the spinners.
Yeah, there will have to be a fast, one of the fast bowlers
Let's
coming
show
there.
this.
Yeah, we can, but is the reception decent enough? Or we've got to check that.
Can anyone confirm, whoever's watching us from our team, drop us a message and let us know if the reception is better now.
Or we have to cross the road again. Tell us please if the reception is decent enough or we have to cross the road again. Wait, let me also check here. Is it decent enough? Maybe
no,
not.
It's not.
Shall we just cross again?
Yes.
Yeah, we can go now. Let's go.
Car
Let this car go.
Yes.
Wait.
Now you can see us fighting
it's okay.
traffic.
Take your time. Let this car go. There's no hurry.
Right, show them.
Yeah, it's a red light. Now you can go.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Come on.
Let's go.
No jumping up and about and messing around, and we can cross. Come.
No. No point. You might also get fined for jaywalking. We don't want that.
That's okay. We can go to our usual spot and continue with the show. This is a problem, folks. If you can hear our audio, this is a problem at H Bank. Not every spot is good or a good internet reception.
Yesterday,
we will try and get you.
Brilliant reception.
We got very good reception there at luncheon break. Gargi tried it. Unfortunately, it did not work like the India ploy against Jamie Smith. Let's try it here. We had a very good reception in the morning from here. We will try it from here now.
Setting up my tripod. Give me a second. And there we go.
Let's see. I think it's still holding up. Is it still bad? Then we have to go there.
Now your internet is bad. You know what? I'll also check. Oh, that's the reason why it was bad. I was connected to the Wi-Fi. The press box Wi-Fi still.
Okay, I think we are okay now, right?
Give me a second. Let me see if I just disconnected it and instantly better.
Okay, so
my bad.
Time to get somebody else into the bowling attack. It was kind of that, but it happens.
Swapnil
Swapnil says good. Thank you very much, Swapnil. Appreciate you telling us Now it's okay. Animesh Mukherjee. Yeah,
Okay.
we were actually connected to the press box Wi-Fi and not to our data.
That is the
Happens.
reason why.
You know, it's okay. I mean, we'll kind of
We're
get better
too
and better.
focused on the bowling right now. We're too focused on what India can do to break this partnership because it's turning out to be very,
Shakti
very
Puri
dangerous.
test match ko ODI bana diya.
Eh?
Defensive captaincy,
Acha.
remove the third slip. That's a
It's-
good call, Pankaj Agarwal. You noticed it at the press box. I called it and I said to Shubhan that you are playing with 500 runs. That edge went through for 4 and he was following the ball at that point. And thereafter he got Karun Nair back there. That's when India should have kept that fielder of Harry Brook. I thought it was Mohammad Siraj or who was bowling at
A
that
catcher.
point. Yeah, I mean, one of the faster bowlers went through second slip for 4. When you're playing with 587, there was absolutely no need to go into the defensive, and that's third slip could have taken that catch. That's a good point made there by Shaka.
Remove the third slip or put
Yeah.
the third slip. on.
No, he had removed it.
Acha,
He had
okay,
removed
he
it.
had removed
Sure,
it. I
Shubman
thought-
had removed it, and that's when
No,
the ball
I thought
passed
Pankaj
through.
was saying remove the.
No, Pankaj actually made the point that they should have kept the third slip there.
Yeah.
How is
absolutely.
Prasidh Krishna's body language? I did not think it was bad. In fact, I was very closely observing Kaushik Shivaramakrishnan. He gives us a super chat. How is Prasidh Krishna's body language? Let Gargi also give her opinion. But during the drinks break, I could see multiple conversations with
Yes.
Prasidh Krishna. I did not think his body language was bad. He followed his captain's instructions. He kept bowling the short ball. He tried to attack exactly as he
we
was
go
told.
in the shade just
Let's
a
try.
little bit?
Let's try.
Because can't even see the screen.
I did not think, I honestly did not think Prasidh Krishna's body language was bad today. I don't think so.
Ashish
Once again, the first session just made this test match very interesting and painful to watch. Bring NK to support Akash and Siraj. We gotta break this stubborn partnership in the first 30 minutes post lunch, else they will add another 200 runs.
You know what, Ashish, I buy the point that Boria is making here, and it was quite evident that whatever Prasidh Krishna was doing at that point was very deliberate. They were deliberately trying that short ball ploy. Even that wide that went in that over, it was clear that he was trying to bowl those short balls to get Jamie to get Harry Brook to sort of
Both of them, Harry
both of
and
them.
Jamie, they were trying the short ball ploy against both of them. But Jamie Smith was the more
Yes.
aggressive one of the two. And
They were trying to get them to hook. They were trying to get them to pull. You had the fielders there, and there was an opportunity created. Unfortunately, it
not
was
one,
too short.
at least 3.
Yeah. So it was deliberate. Now, when you're trying something like that, you're obviously going to go for runs. If you're bowling short and wide, then you're going to go for runs, and that's precisely what happened with Prasidh Krishna. And I think the body language question now comes in. The reason why Prasidh Krishna did not lose his confidence at this point, because I think the captain
Captain
and
was
the
backing
vice captain were absolutely backing him, and he knew that he was trying something, and the chances were not, the catches were not being taken, the catches were not being carried, which is why he did not lose that confidence, because he had the backing of Rishabh Pant and Shubman Gill both. Now, even when Ravindra Jadeja was bowling, Rishabh Pant was constantly not only talking to Shubman Gill, who was at first slip with him, but also talking to the fielders who were positioned in the deep at that point. And he was telling them, and I was listening on the stump mic, be ready, it's going to come at you really, really fast, because at that point Jadeja was bowling in the offside. He was giving room so that they would try to slash the ball, and he was getting a lot of drift. Both the spinners, if you've noticed, are getting a lot of drift in the air.
Quite a few questions. Vijay Chauhan, Gill needs support from like Ashupa does during Gujarat. Somebody says, I think it's going to be 2-0 by the end of second session, day 5. Second session, day 5, 2-0 England. No. It's still India, my friend. It's still very much India. It's still big time India. 350 runs behind. I mean, even
That's
if
a
England
lot of
take
runs.
this session, it'll still be India. But I don't think it's England yet. I don't think it'll be England even if this session goes all right for India. I don't think so. 587 is a lot of runs, and I think Gargi made this point at the start of the show. You get this partnership, you are into Chris Wokes and Bryden
Yeah.
Cass, and then it's
You're
Josh
into the
Tang and
tail.
Shoaib Bashir.
Yeah.
So this is the partnership that you need to break. You've got to believe. You've got to believe that we can break this partnership post-lunch, and you've got to come. England will come hard again. That's how they bat. That's how they play. But, you know, it's 249 for 5 when it's a 587 score you've put on the board. So how are you even saying that, you know, 2-0, England has taken the match, by the end of this next session, India's out of it? I think all of these comments are premature. All of these comments are making absolutely no sense. I don't think these are, you know, any kind of relevant comments
And
whatsoever.
you know what? Also remember that the ball is getting really, really soft. And with Prasidh Krishna hitting the deck, it's only going to get softer. And that's precisely what happened. There was around over 29-30, Shubman Gill tried to get the ball changed. That did not work, obviously. How many overs till we get the new ball?
Still about 35.
Oh.
30.
So another
session. This session.
Yeah, no, that's not what I was saying. Another bout from Mohammad Siraj and Akashdeep.
Yeah. I mean, Mohammad Siraj will bowl post lunch for sure.
Yeah.
At least a 4-5 over burst. And end of this particular session, towards the third session, India will get the new ball.
Yes.
So that's another charge that you will see. But look, there are these phases of play. The first half an hour belong to India. The first half an hour, 45 minutes belong to India. Then England took it away. In the next hour and a half and scored 150 plus runs in the next hour and a half. So that's how Test cricket is. Jamie Smith batted wonderfully for his 100. And credit to Jamie Smith for continuously counter-attacking. India set up fields. Shubman Gill pushed the players back. And let me also tell you, Shubman Gill was extremely hands-on as captain. He was continuously hands-on. And by the way, there were multiple discussions going on between Rishabh Pant, Shubman Gill, KL Rahul and that think tank. They were continuously ideating. Things don't often come your way. I mean, that can happen in a session. But at no point was India hands-off. At no point did India give up. At no point did India stop trying things. And even till the last, you will see Washington Sundar did get the ball to straighten. And Harry Brook had almost edged to Rishabh Pant. So, you know, these kind of moments happened. You need that one stroke of luck for that one wicket. And it will happen. Folks, one session or 1.5 hours going to England when India has kind of won 2 days, it just doesn't change anything. India still very much in the ascendancy that 350 to play.
And what are you guys expecting, that England will just roll over? That will never happen. England will never go down with a fight, especially this batting lineup. Now, again, I'm making this point. You're just 1 wicket away from a Chris Woakes. So you're nearing the tail. And if you get the tail out, if you stop the tail from wagging, you again have a chance at bundling up this English batting lineup within this day.
This is a good question. My attack for Lords, Kaushik Shivaramakrishnan, once again a super chat. Appreciate, thank you. Bumrah, Akash, Siraj and Arshdeep. Bumrah, Akash, Siraj and Arshdeep. No X factor in Prasidh, so you're bringing in Arshdeep for who? For Prasidh. But Bumrah comes back for who then? Bumrah comes back for who? Nitish. You're making 2 changes here, Kaushik. Tell me. Then you're conceding a batter. Are you conceding Nitish because you've got in 4 fast bowlers? Then you've got a Washington. Then you've got a Jadeja. So are you kind of taking Nitish away?
Did you mention Washington?
No, he said Bumrah, Akash, Siraj and Arshdeep.
So he doesn't want Washington and Ravindra Jadeja stays. I think that's what it is.
No. So that's what I want to know. Do you want Nitish or do you want... Washington. Are you saying Nitish or are you saying Washington? There's no X factor in Prasidh. Boryada, big fan of your positivity, been an ardent follower of your channel. Everyone does amazing work. Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Mario and Luigi. Look at that.
Yeah. These guys are champions, boss. Go to that Eric Holly stand today. I was seeing people dressed up weird.
Do you know what was happening yesterday? There was a man in an inflatable pig costume. Pig. And he was being chased around the stands with 3 butchers behind him. It was the funniest thing ever.
We are missing Kuldeep, says Shayantan Mitra. Why is Nitish Reddy not bowling, says Uday Patil.
Later.
Animesh Mukherjee, Bumrah for Krishna, Arshdeep for Nitish at Lords. So that's the change Animesh is suggesting. Kaushik, we would want to know your change. Crazy doctor. If a batsman counter-attacks against short stuff, does the fast bowler take on his ego? Continue. That was the captain's ploy. Who was this? Yes, Nitish is not getting any bowling. Our batting is doing well anyway. So that's Shivaramakrishna's point. So Nitish
Yeah.
Reddy, these are the
Get in
two
an
changes
extra
he's
specialist bowler.
advocating. Yeah, but you know what? It will also depend on the Lord's wicket, Nitish. This was a very different wicket. Lord's, will it be as placid
Flat,
as this
yeah.
one? The slope, will that come into play? Will there be more green? Will there be grass? 3 days turnaround. Bumrah 100% is back. But will Arshdeep also get a game? These are important questions, but let's kind of focus for the moment on the post-lunch session, and we can tackle all of these questions, in about a couple of days from now. Today is the 4th. Let's leave these questions till the 6th. Let's see how this test match pans out. There's still a lot of cricket to be played. Gargi yesterday made this point on the show that she was advocating India getting 385, right?
Yeah.
385 is what she was saying.
In that session.
No, total when we said in the morning.
In the morning,
In
yes,
the morning
when we
we
had lost
said
5.
correct. And you're right. 211 for 5. If you went and asked any Indian supporter, what are you looking at? That person would have said 350, 400, 400 maximum. Folks, you still have a lead of 350.
Yeah.
You still have a lead of 350, and we are being told, oh, India has gone.
No,
England has batted India out.
Come
One more
on.
session. Come on, boss.
This is Test cricket. It would be so boring if England did not fight back at this
This
point.
is tremendous stuff. Okay, let's take more. Anarkho Roy Chaudhary. Pure captaincy blunder, Gill. 2 missed opportunities, 1 for Brook on the vacant slip. More than 90 for 4, and you have 1 slip. Really, that's a very valid point.
Yeah.
In fact, we were all debating this in the press box.
Yeah, I think Shubman Gill kind of tends to, when they started hitting, he sent the fielders out, and I think he sort of
went to the short ball ploy.
Yeah.
Maybe a tad early when Prasidh was still bowling foolish lengths, and this is a good point. 90 for 4, and the moment it happened, and we were like, Arre, and then he followed the ball. He followed the ball and again got the slip in with Karun Nair. So that following the ball really kind of doesn't work, because even when this guy started hitting Jamie Smith, Shubman Gill followed the ball and started putting that entire field down there. So that was something that one needs to keep in mind. Bumrah for Prasidh, Kuldeep for Washington for Lords. Washington did score, and you've got to see first what he does in the 4th innings. Also this innings, Pankaj. I think this is premature to say Washington out, because he scored. He's not bowled badly. 4th innings, I am very, very certain Washington Sundar will have a role to play. I feel this game has a lot of surprises in store. I absolutely feel it's still India. It's still India. I don't think draw is more likely now. Both teams will push. I still think it's India. Let's put it this way. My point is 65-35 India. Yours?
65-35
India, in favor of India.
Yeah.
It's still India.
Yeah.
I mean,
100%.
one ball, one good
be
moment in the game in the first hour post lunch, and everything will change.
There will be fight back. Look, there will be fight back, but does that mean that India will go on to lose this match? No, I don't think so. Not at all.
Nag Pampati, is it going to be sunny all day? The prediction was for cloudy post lunch. At the moment, it's beautifully bright and sunny. We will have to check in the evening. There was little chance of precipitation. I don't see rain because it was 20-30%, but it was supposed to be cloudy. That was the Birmingham prediction. But these fellows have got it completely wrong in Leeds also. This is like Kolkata. So as far as the weather prediction is concerned, English will not get jobs in India.
Can I pick some now? Okay.
Finish what? No. It's going on.
Yeah. First 30 minutes, fantastic. Next 90 minutes, pathetic. Pathetic?
England was good. So
England was
you got to look. Yesterday it was all day India. England 90 minutes of good batting. You've got to give it to England. So many sessions yesterday, all 3 to India. First 30 minutes, as you said, fantastic. These counter-attacks will happen. And you've got to regroup again. I think the lunch break has come at a right time. India will regroup. Oops.
Wow, that's gone wild.
The wind again. But I do think India will regroup. This is where the head coach and the bowling coach needs to come in.
Internet is getting bad. There was one question here, Devdeep Sarkar. Do you think we lacked plan B when Jamie went berserk?
No.
NKR should be given the ball at least, right? Sangakkara saying England played better spin than Indians did to Bashir.
Possible, because they were positive and they counter-attacked. They counter-attacked and kept attacking, which was interesting because Ravindra Jadeja and Washington Sundar, when Washington Sundar first 2 balls, beautiful drives through cover for 4. Yeah, we can go for a few more minutes and then close the show. We've got to figure out a better spot for internet around tea.
Yeah.
वो देखना पड़ेगा कहाँ से मिलता है. But I don't think India lacked a plan B. I thought India tried the short ball ploy for quite about half an hour. 3-4 overs of Prasidh Krishna. I thought Jamie Smith counter-attacked wonderfully, and you've got to give credit there. I don't think India lacked a plan B, or they had given up, or there was no intensity from Gill. I don't think anything like that happened there.
Why is Prasidh Krishna in the team?
Everybody will say that.
Yeah.
That's because he was following the instructions of the captain, and the ploy was Prasidh Krishna there. You know, these things happen. I keep saying, I've been a very strong critic of Prasidh Krishna's body language, but I have to say this to you today. Prasidh Krishna's body language wasn't bad. He was following the team ploy, the team plan. This is a collective game. Even during the drinks break, there was a short mini huddle where KL Rahul, Prasidh Krishna, Shubman Gill and Rishabh Pant were chatting. There was a ploy made. He followed that. Yes, he did not get the wicket. That's why all of this is being said.
Plavan Day is saying Sundar is effective on rank turners, not on placid pitches, but he's getting... Do you see the drift that he's getting? He's getting a bit of turn and he's looping the ball.
Plus,
it's
he did
chances.
get the ball to go straight.
Yes.
He scored a very valuable 40. More importantly, partnered Shubman Gill for a 150 run stand. So when you evaluate someone, you have to evaluate that person in context. Because of Washington Sundar, India was able to get to 587. Even when Ravindra Jadeja was out, India was 415. So that 150 run stand really has given you the cushion now. And that's why you're still big time in the ascendancy.
Vaibhav Taragi is saying 66 overs remaining. Even if England plays 50 more, they are reaching 500 plus for sure. Man, this match is swinging.
Yes, because you've seen one session go to England, you're saying it. Another couple, one more wicket here, and again it'll swing. Don't assume that, this partnership will play another 50 overs, because then you're talking about double hundreds from both guys. It's not like that you just double up the score and say, hello, for 50 more overs, England will get to what, 500 plus. It doesn't happen like that. Then you're talking about 2 more sessions, both going to England, second new ball negated, everything negated, whatever India throws. It doesn't happen like that in test match cricket. And if it does, then it's a freakish thing. Then you're talking about a 400-run partnership. This is already a 150 plus partnership.
Yeah.
Then you're talking about a 400-run unbeaten partnership. Then you got to say Jamie Smith and Harry Brook were just unbelievable, both getting double hundreds, both still not out at the end of the day. Then it's a different ball game.
Yeah.
Then you will say, okay, England will get what?
Then
587, 800, and that all that is not relevant at this point. Shall we close?
Yes, we can. One more wicket is needed.
I'm predicting in the first hour you will get not 1 but 2.
Whoa! I'm predicting 1 wicket.
I'm predicting by tea. By tea, India will be in control again. There'll be about 100 odd runs. India will slightly tighten the noose. England is 249. England will be about 369 or so. 120 more runs. 369 for 7 or 8, and India will have control. I'm predicting 2 wickets in the first hour. Definitely India will come back. That's my prediction for the post-lunch session. We will come back and see if Gargi says 1. I'm saying at least 2, and we will see. I am still saying this is India's game. India still in control. I want to see some discipline. I want to see some control. I want to see some real intensity going in, because that's where you've got to come out charging. You come out charging, make things happen. That's what I want the head coach to talk to the boys about. Back at tea. Thank you very much for watching.